Good morning, class 11. This is subject accountancy, chapter 2, basic accounting terms, lecture number 4. Expense. Expense is the cost incurred by a business in the process of earning revenue. What we consider expense in the business, which we occur in the process of earning revenue, like salaries, wages, rent, commission, etc. These all are included in the expense of the business. Fine. If we are paying salary to the employees, if we are paying wages to the worker, if we are paying rent of the building in which we are running business, and if we are paying commission as well. Fine. In that case, we include expense in all this. Fine. Expense may be in the form of cash payments like salaries, wages, rent, and commission. If we are making cash payment for salary, wages, rent, and commission, that means we are included that all in expenses. Fine. Decrease. Our second point is decrease in the value of fixed asset like depreciation is also included in the expense. We include all this in expense. Fine. Next one is cost of goods sold. It means cost of sale. So cost of goods sold is debited to trading account while other expenses are debited to profit and loss account. Cost of goods sold means cost of sale of the goods. Fine. So these all are the points that we include in expenses while running a business. Fine. Just like cash payment like salaries, wages, rent and commission. Next one is decrease in the value of fixed assets like depreciation. Next one is cost of goods sold. Fine. So expense basically is the cost incurred in producing goods and services for selling purpose. Next point is income. What do you mean by income? Income is the surplus of revenue over expenses. Or we can say income is the amount of profit earned during an accounting period. You know accounting period? Accounting period starts from 1st April every year and it ends on 31st March every year. So accounting period is basically means from 1st April to 31st March. So accounting period of this year in 2020 started from 1st April 2020 till 31st March 2021. Fine. So basically income is the amount of profit earned during an accounting period. It is different from surplus. We can say revenue. Fine. We can let's understand it with example. For an example, suppose goods costing of rupees 50,000 are sold for 70,000. 50,000 का सामान 70,000 में बेचा. In this case, the amount received from the sale of goods 70,000. इस केस में 70,000 जो है वो है revenue. Cost amounting to rupees 50,000 is expense. 50,000 जो हमने खर्च किए that is called expense. And the difference between the two, 70,000 revenue minus 50,000 expense is called the income. Fine. So cost of goods sold is called expense and the surplus of revenue over expense is called the income. Understood this? Income. The formula of income is revenue minus expenses. As we saw in the last example, we can take one more example for it. If goods costing 2 lakh is sold for 2,60,000, 2 लाख का सामान 2,60,000 में बेचा. The sale price of goods sold is a revenue. The cost of goods sold is an expense. So income will be 2,60,000 minus 2 lakh. Means revenue minus expenses, that is 60,000. Fine. Income is also known as profit. So you have to take in mind this formula. Income is equal to revenue minus expenses. Fine. Next one is profit. What do you mean by profit? Profit is the excess of total revenue over total expenses of a business enterprise for the accounting period. Total revenue over total expenses. Profit may be of two types. Number one, gross profit. Number two, net profit. Fine. So profit, basically we can say sometimes we also use income as a profit. We also call income as a profit, I told you. It is the excess of revenue over total expenses. Suppose our expenses are 2 lakhs and revenue is 2,60,000. In that case, 60,000 is our profit. Fine. It is of two types, gross profit and net profit. And let's see what do you mean by gross and net profit. Gross profit is the difference between sales revenue over the cost of goods sold, or we can say over the cost of services rendered, is called gross profit. For it, beta, we have to make a trading account, and for net profit we have to prepare profit and loss account. We will do in financial statement, then you will be able to understand it more. Fine. Here you have to understand only the terms. सिर्फ आपको terms समझनी है क्या है ये. Gross profit is the difference of between sales revenue over the cost of goods sold, and net profit is the profit earned after subtracting all the expenses. So if the expenses are more than revenue, then it is called net loss. Fine. It is finally added to the capital of the owner in the balance sheet. So if we are preparing trading and profit and loss account and balance sheet, so in that case, from trading account we may be able to calculate gross profit. From profit and loss account we may be able to calculate net profit, and we will add this net profit in the capital of the owner in final balance sheet. So basically these all the terms help us to know the financial soundness that we have read in our first chapter. You know, financial soundness, financial position of the business. So all these terms help us to know the financial soundness of the business. So profit is of two types, gross profit or net profit. Net profit we can say in all the operating expenses such like administrative expenses and other non-operating expenses are deducted from gross profit, then other income, if any, are added, then it is called net profit. Fine. Next one is gain. You know, gain are the profit that arises from those transactions which are incidental to business. For example, profit earned on sale of investment, or if we have sold fixed asset of our business, the profit and the nature of gain are of irregular, or we can say non-recurring in nature. So gain is a monetary benefit, profit or advantage that arises from the transactions which are incidental to the business. For example, suppose a machinery having book value of rupees 40,000 is sold for rupees 50,000, then surplus of 10,000 is gain. 40,000 की मशीनरी 50,000 में we have sold, then the surplus 10,000 we have gained, है ना? In that we are in the surplus of 10,000, that is called gain. Fine. So basically it is a benefit, profit or advantage that arises from the transactions which are incidental, means non-recurring. कभी कभी होती है, sometimes it happens, not on regular basis. Regular basis पे नहीं होती, sometimes it happens. Fine. So these are non-recurring or irregular in nature. Next one is loss. What do you mean by loss? Loss, everybody knows it is the excess of total expenses over total revenue. Suppose if we have earned 1 lakh in our business and we have spent 1,50,000. In that case, we are not in the good financial position. Means whatever we have purchased, we have spent more than that. That means 50,000 is our loss. So we can take the example for it. For example, if the revenues are 90,000 and expenses are 1,20,000, then loss will be 30,000. है ना? If we have spent 1,20,000 and if we have earned only 90,000 rupees, then in this case loss will be 30,000. 1,20,000 minus 90,000. So excess of expenses over revenue of a business entity for an accounting period is termed as loss. So the owner's capital is reduced to the extent of amount of loss. It also refers to the activities of the business for which no benefit is received for. Fine. So the term loss is used in another context as well, such like loss also refers to such activities of business for which no benefit is received by the firm. लॉस उन एक्टिविटीज के लिए भी होता है जिसमें फर्म को कोई बेनिफिट नहीं मिलता. फॉर एग्जाम्पल लॉस ड्यू टू फायर और लॉस ड्यू टू थेफ्ट. आग लग जाने से होने वाला लॉस एंड चोरी हो जाने से होने वाला लॉस. फाइन. So it refers to the activities of a business for which no benefit is received by the firm. इसमें फर्म को कोई बेनिफिट नहीं होता है. दिस इज लॉस ड्यू टू फायर और थेफ्ट. इट इज कंसिडर्ड एज लॉस. फाइन. So loss also arises from the events of non-recurring in nature. मतलब जो रेगुलर नहीं होती, irregular events से भी होता है. Like loss on sale of fixed assets. Suppose if we have purchased fixed assets and due to tear and wear, it is depreciated and its value is coming down. In that case, there will be loss on fixed assets termed as loss because it is non-recurring in nature, because it is irregular in nature. Fine. So it also arises from the events of non-recurring or we can say irregular in nature. the owner's capital is reduced to the extent of amount of loss. We can say loss due to fire, due to theft, or we can say bad debts. What do you mean by bad debts? Bad debts means that if we have given some amount like rupees 2000 to A, fine, and A, after some time, A is not in a position to give us our 2000 back. In that case, A's amount will be considered as bad debts. Fine. And this is also a loss for the firm. This is also a loss for the business enterprise. Our next term is purchases. Purchases everybody know, खरीदना, है ना? But in accounting, purchases refers to the amount bought by the business for resale. If we are purchasing something in our business for resale, if we are purchasing it and we are that goods are ready for sale, fine. In that case, that goods are termed as purchases, fine. Or for use in the production. If we are purchasing something to produce the goods in our business enterprise, in that case, purchases also help us to do production of the particular good in our business. So it is also termed as purchases. In simple words, we can say the purchases goods are the product in which the business is dealing or for the sale purpose. Fine. For example, if a dealer of the furniture purchase furniture for sale purpose, it is good. However, if the same dealer purchases motor vehicle for delivery purpose, it is not the purchase of the goods. Then it is considered the purchase of an asset. Purchase of an asset. Fine. There are 3 points that is very important. In trading concern, purchases are made for resale. Trading enterprises, purchases are made for resale. Suppose if we are running cloth business, fine, business for kids wear. So if we are purchasing the clothes of the kids and we are selling it, then it is considered as purchases. It is in trading concern, in case of trading company. In manufacturing concern, raw materials are purchased and processed further into finished goods and then sold. Then it is considered as purchases. Fine. There are so many factories, so many firms which are taking raw material, fine, to purchase, and they purchased raw material and make finished goods from that and then sell. Fine. So in that case, this is also raw material or purchase is concerned with the purchases. Fine. And the term purchases include both cash purchases and credit purchases. When the goods are, what do you mean by cash purchases and credit purchases here? Cash purchases means if the goods are purchased for cash, it is called cash purchases. But if the goods are purchased for on credit, it is called credit purchases. अगर तो सामान कैश में खरीदा गया है तो it is termed as cash purchases, and if it is purchased on credit, उधार खरीदा गया है, then it will be termed as credit purchases. Understood all these points? See, in trading concern, this is made for resale. Purchases are made for resale. In manufacturing concern, raw materials are purchased and processed further into finished goods and sold. And the term purchases include, this is very important, the term purchases include whether cash purchases or credit purchases. So you take it into consideration that purchases include both cash purchases and credit purchases. Fine. Both cash and credit purchases are to be included under purchase term. Fine. And where do we show cash and credit purchases? We show cash and credit purchases in trading account. Fine. Now purchase return. What do you mean by purchases return? When purchased goods are returned to the seller due to some reasons like due to defect or not according to specification, then it is termed as purchases return. So if we have purchased some goods from the seller, it is called purchases. And if we have returned that goods to that seller back due to some reasons like maybe the goods have some defect, maybe it is not according to the specification that we have given to the seller, so then it is termed as purchases return. Fine. So these were the terms we have included in that chapter number 2, basic accounting terms. So better your homework is you have to learn these terms thoroughly. First of all, understand it, what is there in these terms. Then learn it, write down in your notebook. Fine. And tomorrow we'll go with another terms.